Starting live video. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone. In case you haven't noticed, I am not Nicole Hansen.
She is not Nicole Hansen.
I am not.
Who are you?
I'm Jennifer Skippergash, an agent here at Advanced Real Estate with Craig and Nicole.
Yes, excellent, excellent. And Nicole is Nicole's traveling, I think, today, so she could not do the show. So I thought, whatever, we'll do the show, and it'll be even a better show. We got Jen Skippergash here. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about the crazy market we're in right now and why we think it might be slowing down a little bit. And we'd love to hear any of your comments if you think it is. If you're seeing signs that it's slowing down a little bit. I forgot there was an agent that posted, was it today, in the group chat or group page or whatever for the board of realtors, that there was a bunch of price reductions.
There is actually. Yep. I brought it up, and so I also have your comments here, so we will be able to see them and answer them directly as we do the show today.
You think you're better than me? I'll go get my own. I'll go get my own surface.
He actually is leaving now.
All right, I'm just kidding. I'll come back.
If you guys know anything, you know that Craig, he likes his jokes.
He does like jokes. And look, we're coordinated well today too. You get a gray and a dark shirt. You know, mine's like black on the inside. Look at that. It's good. I like it.
It definitely looks good. Very camera worthy today, Craig.
Yep. And it's a little darker in here. I don't know. We had a light blowout, and I think I got to replace the light. So.
Well, you just tried replacing two, and then they blew.
Well, I think the ballast. Yeah, I think the ballast is bad. So I think it's time to put a new light fixture up there, I guess.
Hopefully a nice pretty one. But that's just me.
It's
It'll go with the ambience of
lame
the office.
Fluorescent, you know, a lame office fluorescent light.
Anyways, okay, so the post this morning, I'm not going to bring it up or whatever. The agent isn't in the office. So what they were basically talking about is...
They brought up a good point, and I'm not trying to steal, you know, it was, it wasn't, their post, you know.
I mean, if you have access to the MLS, most of us agents do come on in the mornings and throughout the day and see what is going on with our numbers.
What's up, Brad?
Hey, Brad. Happy Friday.
You look tan.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
You're like, you look really tan, not to worry about it.
Let's see the arm. Yeah, she's kind of tan too.
Nah. I'm a different tan though.
Yeah, I'm more of a reddish tan.
Yeah. Okay, so like right now, if you're looking at our numbers, like just for today that have been posted as of 12:06 p.m.
Thanks, Brad.
What is that?
Brad said Craig looks super tan. I thought you were gonna. All right, anyway, so we're gonna show you a real quick. Like we're gonna talk to you about some stats about how many houses are on the market and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, just so you can get an understanding, because this video does go in multiple different groups and stuff. So even if you're not just an agent, if you are looking at this video, you have more of a thorough understanding of what our market looks like today in real time.
Real time.
All right. Craig?
What?
You want to go first?
No, I don't know which stat you're looking at right here.
Well, we have all of them.
Is this the whole
so right here,
there's 120 new listings.
112.
What is your area, your market watch area though? Because you could specify.
I have everything.
So you have, you know, pretty much all Lake County, all Porter County, some Jasper, Newton.
I have
so pretty much everything.
Because I work the entire state.
Okay.
So I have everything.
So our whole market area. And usually we have like I used to track this number, but it used to be around 4,000 houses for sale at any moment. Mm-hmm. And we are way low on that. And the new listings in the area, you know, this is one day back is 112. So that's kind of good. But interestingly, like that agent posted on the Ganire page this morning, there's 24 price reductions, that's kind of interesting.
It really is.
Yeah, and that's telling of two different things. Either one, it could be the market slowing down. Well, it is an indicator of the market slowing down a little bit. It could also be, one agent also mentioned it, which I agree with too. Sometimes sellers are overpricing their properties because one, it's just like because they're getting it, really. You know, their neighbors are getting the deal sold. So it's interesting.
But also, you have to look at another side of that. A lot of people are selling their houses, or agents are just getting, I don't want to say free listings, but listings just to see if they'll sell. The seller might not be like 100% sold on selling, but like, hey, I'm going to put this on the market, and if I get this price for it, then I'll sell. So that could be another thing that we're seeing going on in the market. Because I have one that I just saw yesterday, and he's asking for at least $60,000 more than what even the higher end of what the market is saying. And so we agreed to not list because it would just sit. But at that point, I mean, there's so many different determining factors and what could be going on.
I would have listed it.
Well, not me. I mean, because then that's more work that you have to do with a seller and things to explain, and it wouldn't have been worth it.
Well, I guess I take that back. It depends on the motivation of the seller. Like if they had to sell, I would have listed it. If they don't have to sell and they're just trying to get it, then yeah. I guess I can't mute my phone when I'm doing that, right? It would mute our sound. Mm-hmm. But I have a hard time, I think, doing that right now. I don't know. I have a hard time not taking a listing, I think, right now, because it's difficult because we're seeing properties appraise out. We're seeing some that shouldn't have appraisal problems, have problems. Like, so it's one of those things. It really feels like the Wild West right now of real estate. Like, sellers can almost get whatever they ask for. Buyers are paying for it. And I remember a lot of this market was always like, things would sell around 97% loan to, or listing price to sales price. That's where they would close at. And it was and we always had like 4 months to 6 months of inventory on the market, so it's real weird to have, 8 hours of inventory on the market. That's an exaggeration. We probably have, less than a month though, I would say.
We have about 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm. So, and now sellers are stressed out if they don't have an offer the first weekend. They're like, what's wrong with my house? It's so weird.
It is weird, but taking that listing, it really would have been a headache because one, it was out in farmland, and it would have said, and then he started talking about renting it. So it was one of those things too where I was not going to get tied up in that situation for a listing. It was not my cup of tea. So I don't take listings that are going to be like that. And it was a referral too, but if he decided to sell in the future, he's more than happy to call me at any time. And we left it really well. He has multiple net shoots to look at that he asked for, and we're gonna move on from there. In this type of market, it's really important to understand, you have to watch those numbers on a daily basis because you never know what's going on. Something that happens in New York to Texas to California can affect our market, because we are a niche market in our own right, being Northwest Indiana. We have so much growth to happen here that we have to remember that, but we can slow down. I mean, builders can only do so much. Investors can only do so much. And right now, this morning I was reading an article on the New York Times that it was like 60% of boomers still have so much equity on their house, but they're refusing to let go. And they're the #1 sellers still year to date right now. And those are the people that we really need to be reaching out to, because now it's the Gen Xers and the millennials. Well, the Gen Xers are coming into the market, and the millennials are the ones that are going to be the move-up buyers, the second home owners now. So really have to be honing in on those numbers and what's going on. Watch them every day, people.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting to watch them, and you get used to how many new listings come up every day and things like that. And it will help you with pricing and to see trends that are happening faster. Yeah. Because I've noticed less showings on I think I have like one active listing right now anyway, but I've noticed a lot of, I have a couple in Illinois too, but they're slowing down. We're not getting as many showing requests every day. So anyway, what's up, Lisa Waz? She said, hey, Skips and Craig.
Oh, what's going on, Lisa?
I like that nickname's going to stick for you. Skips.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much, friendly.
You're welcome. I always yell, Skips! She's in the office.
Oh, God.
Skips
yes,
is here.
Does. Mm-hmm, he does.
All right, so let's move on a little bit more. Okay, so I see 8 back on the market too. Back on the markets usually are an indicator that we got some buyer's remorse happening. And when it's a frenzy in the beginning, to get the offer accepted, the buyer gets sucked into that whirlwind of, I got to get this house, a competition for it and stuff like that. They go after it, and then they are back like, what did we do? Like, how did I spend so much on it? It's interesting, I guess, to say the least, right?
Stop watching yourself.
You're the one who was getting distracted. I'm wondering what you're doing over there.
You were talking.
I ran out of stuff. Well, I ran out of stuff on the screen to deal with. So anyway, so we might be slowing down a little bit. I don't think the interest rate has fluctuated that much, and I'm not alarmed yet. Are you?
Not at all.
No. And I hate to say this, but I think the industry itself could benefit from a slowdown for a minute. Like, just everyone to be able to take a breath. We didn't get the slowdown. A lot of times we have that, like, at least a month slowdown for the holidays, kind of like after Thanksgiving. And then, from like Thanksgiving to New Year's, we always have kind of a slowdown. And for the last probably 2.5 years, we really haven't had that. The beginning of the coronavirus, we did have maybe a month there that was kind of like,
everything was getting situated.
Everyone was kind of slow, staying at home.
Essential, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. And like another thing, like coming into from the back end markets we also have price increases. Now, don't get too weary about those, because sometimes it's not always the agent that's asking for a price increase. Sometimes those do come with new listings. Sometimes that happens if they got a separate appraisal and like, oh, okay, you know what? This is actually something that I thought was gonna happen. So why don't we add like an extra $5,000 to it and then make it like as is then, because you already have this appraisal done, or already have the home inspection, like a pre-listing home inspection done. So let's get all this stuff done now, and then we can put it back on the market for an extra like $5,000-$10,000 or whatever the price increase may be. So don't be weary of those just because you see it increase. Make sure you tell your buyers to look into it, because they might go into a home and everything could be all done with it.
Yep. That's it. That's all I got. Yep. Okay. What do you guys think? I see Brad, Lisa, Woz. Anyone have any opinions on, are we going to experience a slowdown, do you think? Or do you think this is just temporary? Do you think people are just enjoying their summer a little bit? Or what do you guys think? Hey, Haley. Hey, Nancy.
I think people are really enjoying their summer right now. To be honest, we actually have, the no mask mandate order in Chicago, so everything's really opening back up. I do know that the liquor store stopped sales at midnight in Chicago, though, so just like over here. But clubs are still open, so it's pretty nice to see life happening again. And I think that's what everybody was really waiting for, to get back out there. So if people were looking for houses and just overloading their mind with just like home buying, now it's kind of like, okay, well, let's go to the lake this weekend, or let's jump on a plane and, let's go see whatever's cheap this weekend out in the Carolinas or Vegas and California or something. So it would be cool.
Yeah, Lisa agrees with us that, she also thinks it's a little bit temporary. She owns her own company too, so she gets to see it from kind of a more global perspective, so that's kind of cool. And yes, Nancy, I'm super tan. I got tan, 4th of July weekend a little bit. And
it's all that lake life living he does,
I hardly ever get to get down there, but anyway, I'll try to get down there more this summer. But anyway, I did golf yesterday too, but it was all overcast. But still, I got probably a little bit of extra sun on the face from golfing, I think. I look red. It's not sunburn, but it looks real bad on the camera for some reason.
It's the lighting.
Yeah, the lighting's weird today. Mm-hmm. But, okay, so what else? If there were more signs that something was going bad, like if interest rates were creeping up at the same time and more deals were falling through and prices are dramatically dropping quickly, I think then we have more things to worry about. But I still hear there's a lot of big institutional buyers out there in big cities and stuff buying up blocks of property and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of a weird thing. We don't have much of that going on in our area, but I've been talking to another agent about it a little bit, and it's interesting to hear, that might be happening in like areas that are good for revitalization, like Gary, for instance, I think is, has a lot of potential to bounce back, can be a thriving community like it once was. Like, I think there's a lot of things that can happen.
And don't forget that it's an opportunity zone.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal in our industry too. I know it's not talked about a lot out here, at least that I'm a part of the conversation of, but there is...
We keep her out of the important conversations.
But I'm very opinionated, if you haven't noticed.
Very opinionated.
But there is actually... I want to say it's 41st. Yeah. There is a huge vicinity that is actually fenced off that they did buy. It's right, I want to say right between Hobart and where Glen Park comes into like contact with each other. And I think it's a huge opportunity to put like some nice duplexes or condos or townhomes in there, because it's a great segue into coming into downtown Gary and into Hobart. That area is a little more rural that goes into a neighborhood. So I think it's really awesome. And if you're getting like a lot of out of town investors, because I have like some in other states, if you put them into a big like conglomerate, they can all put their money into a super fund like together and just keep rolling over into opportunities in an opportunity zone, and keep helping their capital gains just go down and down over 7 years.
Yeah, and have them talk to their accountant though and make sure if they're thinking of doing a 1031 exchange or one of those opportunities. Yeah. We have to be careful. Some of our advice that we give, we have to preface it with talk to the required professional.
Yes, of course. But when you're getting into a big fund like that, I would hope that they already have things like that in place, instead of just, oh, hey, buddy, you want to go and, jump on this thing really quick? Because that's not smart. Talk to a professional, please. All of them. Accountant, tax person, attorneys, if you're in an attorney state, and a broker or an agent or salesperson, whoever you have to.
And a barista if you need some coffee.
I want tea. No, I want tea. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I'm thirsty.
Other than that, it's a shorter show today because, again, I don't think that we are experiencing a downturn in the market yet.
Not really.
But it is an interesting, this could be the beginning of what turns into a slowdown.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely interesting to see that, so many agents just saw it again today and have noticed it recently happening. I've seen less earnest money checks being delivered, so I know there's less deals getting accepted. So that's another thing that's interesting, I think. So it's all those factors together. I'm definitely keeping an eye on everything, and clearly you are too. So that's important. It's
really important to be able to know your numbers. Just take a look, and even if you don't talk to a lot of agents, like the agent that posted it, like. We're friends on Facebook, we run in some similar groups, but like we've never personally met. But just knowing that other conversations about it are going on, you can bring it to a larger audience's attention. Like, hey, you know what, like that's something that you posted. Thank you so much for that, because it really helped, other people get information, educated on what is going on in the market. So I forgot exactly who it was, but thank you, because it helped with the show in the last 8 minutes before we went live.
Yeah. Is that how long we've been going? 8 minutes?
No, before, when you asked me to do the show, it was 8 minutes before I had to go live.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then you started doing
Don't tell people the magic of the show, that, some shows are written 8 minutes before the show starts.
You're just lucky I don't have my hair a damn mess today.
Well, no, I just wouldn't have asked you to be the co-host.
Yeah, right? Sorry, see, I have no filter. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys all have a great Friday and enjoy the sunshine today, because yesterday it was kind of gloomy.
Yeah, it was. I think, and how was the weekend? Is the weekend going to be nice? What do you think?
I thought it was going to be a little rainy.
Ah, boo.
Yeah, but maybe you'll get down to the lake and enjoy rain on the lake.
Maybe. No, there's a lot of work I got to do. I got to clean up the property. It's a mess down there right now.
From all those tornadoes.
Well, no, we just have, we don't have tornadoes.
No, the wind.
Oh, no, but we had just by our dock, there's a lot of, we we're on a hill, so we have to plant shrubbery and brush on the hill, you know, for erosion purposes and stuff like that. And it's doing well. It's getting a lot of sun and water, so it's covering our docks. We gotta fix it all. Hey, Jen Hill, how are you? Could it be? It is Tim Pelton. It is. What's up, Tim? What's up, Jen? So yeah, thank you guys for watching the show. I think we're gonna probably just end the show here.
Yeah,
Kelly just got on. What's
happy
up,
birthday, Kelly! I saw it was your birthday.
Ooh, yeah, that's a first Nicole and Craig Show happy birthday shout out for Kelly Titus.
Shout out!
Happy birthday! She's 21. Buy her a drink.
Get her whole flight.
Yeah.
Whole flight.
So happy birthday, Kelly. Other than that, I think that is. That's our time today.
And if you guys do have any questions, or if you see this and you're not an agent and you want to know more about what's going on in your specific market or neighborhood, give an agent you know a call or comment below, and we'd be happy to reach out.
Yeah, and if you're an agent and you still have questions or whatever, you know, ask your managing broker. Most of us have been around for a while, so we've seen it from a different perspective, and not just when you're on the ground. I always use my military references and stuff. When you're in the field, you're out there in the field, Anyway, whatever, you guys get it. Okay.
This is my second market, so it's very different for me out here. But I'm 4 years almost in over here, so it's pretty nice.
That's good.
It's very different.
And I think agents learning in this market right now, it's going to be very helpful for them in the future because, like I said, in 20 years, we've only seen a buyer's market come around. This is the second time. So that's interesting.
And I can't wait to see what Northeast Indiana does with its growth. We really are a niche market, and I'm very excited to see where we go. Yeah,
hopefully we get some more diversity in restaurants, right? We are kind of right now, finally, which is cool.
That's great that you say that. All you agents, look out for a Taste of Diversity coming up in September.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Shout out to Kimberly Collins and everybody else on the diversity committee working on getting that going for us over here at Canire.
Kimberly was a guest host, last week or the week before that?
I think it was 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And thanks to Kimberly for doing the show with me.
Yep.
All right. You guys have a great weekend.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.